Welcome back to another adventure of meandering with Mickey. I'm your host, Mickey. I have been staying with my mom it's been almost 3 months now, way longer than I was expecting. But she has a treasure trove of historical documents and information that are all family related that I feel compelled to add to my computer's database. I have 3 G drives so far with different pictures and documents. Anyway, my goal is to make one nice or many small publications so that future generations know who we were. As a former Air Force specialist in the personnel department of the military, I know how to type. I'm not a great typist, but I know how. And I have transcribed more than one letter in my day. I found this document that's called My Autobiography. Now, I didn't even read it. I just scanned it in knowing it was going to be good stuff. My mom is a poet. She says she's unpublished, but I know Aunt Donna made her a book once. I published a cookbook a few years ago. My mom's grandpa, E.H.E., he was an author, and my great-great-grandfather on the other side was also an author, Dr. John. And we'll talk about Dr. John a lot more in the future, as he was a fascinating man. If I had... Anyway, so I'm typing this document in that I scanned because I know that my offspring and potentially future offsprings won't be able to read the hieroglyphics that we called cursive writing. This is the original document. As you can see, of course, oh man, just a sec. Sorry about that. Just as I wanted to show you the cursive writing, the computer screen timed out. So you can see cursive writing here, right? Yep, okay. That's the original hand, which I don't recognize the pen. And I decided I'm just typing in everything I read, spelling errors and everything, because you can put that little tick next to it so that they know that it wasn't me being uneducated. It's just a change of times, because a lot of words change in their spelling and meaning over time. We all know that. So here I am. I'm transcribing it 2-3 weeks later, after it's already been scanned in, because I found another treasure trove of stuff. I found all these amazing letters between my grandparents while he was in the Navy during World War II. And I feel like they both passed in the 80s, and that was a long time ago, but I know them and I remember them very vividly. And I feel like reading their love letters is seeing things that I don't want to see. That's still private, and I don't want that out in the world yet. Maybe someday, but so I haven't even read them. Just a few, like, oh my gosh, postcards that were like a penny to send, and it would have a picture of where you are or who you are or some exotic locale, and then on the back, Grandma Parma, Grandma Ward Parma, and it would get to her. Amazing. Nonetheless, I sit down, I start typing. I'm on like each page, and they weren't very big pages, but each page is a chapter and covers an age span. And I'm well into the second, maybe third chapter, and I stop and I scroll up what I've already written, and I realize whose autobiography I'm transcribing. I had originally thought it was a third-person voice, somebody like my great-grandpa writing this story for her because of the way it was worded and written in the very beginning. And like I said, I didn't recognize the hand. But no, it's my mommy. I go back up, I'm like, June. I know that day, I know that month, I know that year. Oh my gosh, that's my mom. Because a little bit later on, they go to visit their cousins in Salt Lake. Tracks. She's going to go hang out with Sharon, that's a little bit older. Totally tracks. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is my mom's story. From her perspective, I don't know how old she is when this finishes. I'm on ages 10 and 11 and 12 right now, chapter 6. So it mostly just talks about who her teacher was and one or two major events that happened out of the norm. Like they go to Salt Lake, or they go to somebody's house, or they see somebody, and train rides, things like that. So like I said, I haven't read ahead. I don't know how this ends. But I do know that my youngest sister gave my mom, I think it's called Storyworth. And she's supposed to write every day, or every week rather, she gets an email, and she's supposed to write about her life and her memories and stuff. When this is done, and it'll be done in like 2 more days. I just started it tonight, and like I said, I'm on chapter 6. We're at 12. I don't know how much further it goes, maybe up to high school, but I doubt it. I'm going to copy and send that off to Mindy and have her add that to the Storyworth account, because I think this stuff is the bomb. I really do. This is the kind of stuff that I want to tell in my story. One of the mom's first grade teachers, one of her 3 top favorite women teachers. I just think that's awesome. So yeah, when this is all said and done, and I get it put together better, I'll share with you. But and if I remember, because my memory ain't what it used to be. When I get to the end of this and I get ready to send it to my youngest sister, I'll let you know how long her autobiography was from. Like till high school. But yeah, this is fun, and you never know what kind of treasures you're going to find. You really don't.